name is Mavis Rain, and I am 4 months old. I am 4 months old. Beep. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're doing 4 months postpartum update and baby update. She's right here, so she'll make an appearance in and out of the video.
Here is the big sister of the Vargas family. And the other one is who's sitting in the other living room.
Hi, welcome back to my channel. I haven't done a postpartum update since I was 3 weeks postpartum. So I am about 2 or 3 days from being 4 months postpartum. So lots of things have changed, lots of things. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I am doing 4 months postpartum, just go ahead and keep on watching. And Mavis, we'll update on her too. So I went back and I looked at my 3 weeks postpartum video. Weeks, I'm saying weeks, 3 weeks postpartum. I am about to be 4 months postpartum. I have come a long way, so it's going to be very different. Obviously, I'm not going through the initial postpartum issues anymore. So if you guys are interested in seeing more of the beginning weeks of postpartum life, go and watch that video. I'll put it up here in the cards, but then come back and watch this video. I'm going to be kind of touching on a few things that I talked about in that video, just to kind of make it full circle in case you watched that one first. So the first thing I talk about is acne. That my whole pregnancy I was really good. My skin was really clear, even though I wasn't keeping up with my skincare routine. And then the first weeks postpartum, I was also not doing very well with my skincare routine, and I started breaking out. So I was breaking out a lot in the first month or so, more than normal. And then now at 4 months, almost 4 months postpartum, I am doing really well, back on my skincare regimen every night. So I think that definitely, I can credit that to my clear skin. And then also I am drinking a ton of water because I'm still breastfeeding. So we can talk about breastfeeding. I am still breastfeeding exclusively. She's never had formula, and I think I'll be good. I've breastfed my other 2 girls for 1 full year, so that's what I'm planning to do with her. I wanted to pump more and give her a bottle with my milk more. That was my initial, plan. But I just find it so much easier to breastfeed just because I'm home by myself a lot of the time, because my husband works full time. So it's easier for me to just pop her on, and then by the time I remember to pump so that he can give her a bottle at night, it's not worth the trouble, in my opinion, right now. I'm sure later I'm going to regret this. But if you have ever breastfed, especially if you've ever exclusively breastfed, you know that it's just easier to just soothe them and also feed them just straight from the boob. So, and this is her favorite little plushie. My mom and my sister gave it to her for Valentine's Day, and she's like obsessed with it. Also, I talked about how at 2 weeks postpartum I was 173 pounds. I had lost 20 pounds in the first 2 weeks after giving birth. So right now I am at 158 pounds, 158 pounds. I have officially lost 35 pounds. I got to about 167 without working out or anything. And then when I started working out, I lost about 7 pounds. I got to 160, and I got a little bit comfortable, and I started, not really, I started feeling myself, thinking oh wow, this is working, I'm doing great. And I fell off the wagon a little bit with eating and stuff, wasn't really watching what I was eating, and I kind of went up to 162, whatever, 160, 162, but I could not get below 160. So that's when I knew, I'm okay, you gotta start hitting it hard again. What are you doing? I started, kind of watching what I was eating again, and I've never had a problem getting myself to the gym, working out. I actually really enjoy working out, so it was more the eating, part of it. So then once I got back on about 2 weeks ago, I lost those extra 2 pounds. So right now I'm at 158. So I want to go down another 10 pounds. 15 is stretching it a little, but 10 pounds. I'll settle for 10. So things that I'm doing right now besides working out, specifically I am doing weights, weight training, but I do the Stairmaster almost every single day. I do it 4 days out of the 5 days that I work out. When I do legs, I don't do the Stairmaster, but the other 4 days I do the Stairmaster. I do it for 15 minutes at an 8. I started at a 4 when I first started going back postpartum. Doesn't matter. I might end up, you know, boob out breastfeeding her in a little bit. So like I was saying, at the gym, I do weights and I do the Stairmaster every day, every time I go for 15 minutes. Basically do it for 15 minutes at a level where you're gonna feel like you're kind of dying, like the whole time, like not totally dying, but just like a little bit, you know. So when I'm not feeling like that, I know it's time to go up a level. I think at about the 7-8 week mark, I started feeling like myself again, like normal. I wasn't feeling any, you know, soreness or weirdness or anything. Also, at about the, I want to say like maybe 10-week mark, I had regulated my milk, so I wasn't getting a lot of milk. I wasn't pumping like 2-3 times a day like I was in the first, like, I want to say maybe about 2 months. Like, I'm still feeding her on demand, but my supply is regulated, so I don't get super engorged or anything, so I don't really pump regularly anymore. You are cute. We are still cloth diapering and it's going very well. We're now at about every 3 days we wash diapers. Before it was like every 2 days, and it's going really well. If you watched my like last vlog, I'm pretty sure, I'll post which one it was up here, but I talk about like how we wash them and stuff. Oh, and then I'm not on any birth control or anything. We're just using protection the old-fashioned way. So yeah, no birth control here. And if you guys have followed me since before I was pregnant, and you guys saw when I was like struggling to lose weight and I got my IUD removed and all this stuff, it's crazy because I strongly believe that it was the IUD that was keeping me from losing weight before I had her, when I was on the IUD after my first 2 kids, because this time around, as long as I'm eating... Really? You're gonna poop on camera? No wonder you can't stay asleep. Because this time around, as long as I'm working out and eating right, just watching what I'm eating and doing my green juice, all the stuff I used to do, honestly, probably just the only thing is that I kicked up the cardio a little bit, like a little bit. I do at least 15 minutes a day. I do once a week, sometimes twice a week. I'll do 30 minutes of cardio, including the Stairmaster, but that's not much. It's not like I'm killing myself at the gym. I'm enjoying myself at the gym like I used to. So maybe I'll do a whole separate video on just what I'm specifically doing at the gym. But for now, that's kind of the gist of it. Now that she hit the 4-month mark, next week, I'm going to try to start putting her to sleep for her morning nap upstairs instead of down here, because she does get woken up a lot easier now than she used to when she was like brand new. So a little bit about Mavis. She is about, I think like 2 weeks ago we weighed her and she was about 16 pounds. She is wearing 3 to 6 month clothes, 6-month clothes. The onesies fit her fine at 6 months, but the sleepers are starting to fit her like just right. So I don't know how much longer she's gonna last in them. So she's growing like a weed. She holds up her head really well, as you can see her little head right here. She's like laying on her stomach. And she also like lifts herself up. She wants to be up all the time. Most of the time, unless Ramses is holding her, she'll just chill on him. But most of the time she wants to be up and just looking around and active. She did go through a leap. I use the Wonder Weeks app and it gives you notifications on when they have their developmental leaps. So she just went through one, and when they go through leaps, they can kind of digress on things that they were doing really well. So like, let's say they were holding their head up really well, or they were talking a lot, you know, jabbering a lot. They might digress for a little bit while they're going through that leap, and that definitely happened with her. As far as like the talking, I feel like she was talking all the time, like, you know, little baby talk a lot. She was yelling and like just being really vocal. And then once she went into this sleep, like literally the day that she started this sleep, she was being, and I'm saying leap, not sleep. She was so fussy that day. She just wanted a nurse. She just wanted to like be with me. She just didn't want anything else. And she wasn't like crying like she was in pain or anything. She was just really clingy. And then like literally, I'm not even joking, 5 minutes later I get a notification on my phone that, oh, Mavis Rain is starting a leap today. I'm like, wow, Like, it's spot on. So if you are having a baby or have a little baby already, you should check out that app, the Wonder Weeks app. Really spot on. So yeah, she did go through that this past week before, like week and a half before she turned 4 months. And then she was also crying at people she didn't recognize. Like, she was like making a little sad face and then she would start crying. So now basically she can see whatever we can see. So you know, when they're first born, they can only see like so close, and then it gets further and further. Now whatever we see, she can see. So now she's so much more just aware of everything that's going on. She stays entertained a lot longer. Like in the swing, if I put her in the swing upright, she just likes to look around, and as long as I put her where she can see all of us, she's totally entertained. So that's also different. Before she would sleep more, she's sleeping a little bit less now, and she's not, I don't have her on any sort of schedule, honestly. She just kind of sleeps on and off in the mornings, and then she usually has a longer nap at about 12:01, and then she'll nap for a couple of hours around that time. She's trying to flip over. She's trying to do it right now. Can I be the evil queen?
Yeah.
Okay.
And have some milk.
Easy.
Easy?
Easy peasy. So I'm going to change Mavis really quick. Hold on. So anyways, yeah, definitely get the Wonder Weeks app. Looks like it's this one in the top row in the center. Let me see if you guys can see that. She is not into pacifiers. She used to be into pacifiers when she was like a newborn, probably the first like 2 months. And once she pretty much hit 3 months, I bought her like 3 different kinds of pacifiers, and she doesn't like any of them. She literally will gag if I try to like make her take it. Not make her, but you know, kind of encourage her to take it. She'll be like literally. I did buy her the Bumbo. Right now she's using the swing, the 4Moms like swing. She's using a play mat that she has, and then I do have a little bouncer, but it ran out of battery, so she's not really feeling that one right now. And then the Bumbo. So the Bumbo, it's kind of weird. Like, she sits up, like, look, she's like really comfortable sitting up, but I sit her in the Bumbo and she doesn't last very long. Like, she kind of looks really uncomfortable. Like, she's kind of like, ugh, like she feels like, I don't know if she feels like she's gonna fall and she can't move around that much. I don't know, but maybe with time she'll like that. But my other kids really like the Bumbo. So, and as far as the car seat goes, she's doing a lot better in the car seat. Obviously if it's like a long ride, she will start, you know, fussing after a while, but she'll fall asleep in the car seat. And I try my hardest not to go back there unless like I absolutely have to. We learned with our firstborn, with Jet, not to sit in the back with your baby. And this little TV is like her favorite thing, so maybe I'll turn it on for a little bit. Does this have a volume? No, okay. Sorry. Like I said, we learned with Jet because we had such a hard time once I wanted to start sitting in the front seat to like get her used to that. She would cry and cry. It was heartbreaking. We didn't do that with Sis, and she was totally fine. And now with Mavis, like, she's already 4 months and she's doing really well. So hopefully this thing's not too loud. What else? At night we do co-sleep. I do have a bassinet next to my bed, so I'll initially put her in the bassinet. She goes to sleep pretty early. She goes to sleep at about between 7:30 and 8:30, I want to say. So yeah, the earliest she goes to sleep is like 7:30, the latest is 8:30. And then she will literally stay asleep at least until midnight, at least. But most of the time she stays asleep until about 2 o'clock. And then once she wakes up, I will put her in the bed with us and feed her on the side that she needs to eat on, the opposite side from when I first put her to sleep. And she will just go back to sleep. She'll just nurse herself back to sleep, and then at about, I want to say like 4 or 5 in the morning, she'll wake up and she'll need a diaper change. And I've been trying to like change her diaper and then just have her get up. That way by like 9 o'clock, by school time, like 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, she'll want to go back to sleep. So I'm going to try, now that she's 4 months, which is when they say, you know, it's okay to start, or not okay, but it's probably like more realistic at about 4 months and older to put them on some sort of schedule. So I'm going to try to start doing that. So yeah, so we'll see how that goes. At night, I just put her in a onesie with long sleeves and socks. So she doesn't have any pants or anything on her legs. And then during the day, I just have her in sleepers all day. She's also losing her hair because, you know, when they lay, you know, on their back, they rub their head a lot on the pillow. So she basically has like a little mohawk because all the way around, especially the back right here is like literally all bald. I touch it and it's like so smooth, but it also thinned out the sides of her head too. She like obviously sleeps on her sides and moves her head around. She's slobbering a lot, hands in the mouth all the time. I think that is all for this video, guys. I will also be doing a routine video once we get a routine going, and I want to do a homeschool update just because we're almost towards the end of the school year, and I did a lot of planning the other day, so I want to kind of just do an update video on that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry there was so much going on, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Bye. Bye, everybody. See you in my mom's next video.